Okay, so we start day 8 really slow. MA woke up with some serious altitude sickness. I've got a real bad headache over the frontal lobe. It's gently radiating down over the back of her head. So we're taking this slow. I woke up with a little bit of a headache, but thankfully nothing too bad. It's gone now. Woke up about 2 AM to a pack of dogs trying to kill another dog. So you can imagine what that sounded like. It wasn't very nice. It woke up the whole resort basically. But today, hopefully, we'll get up 200 meters to GLOURIOUS. Hopefully get MA up there where she can rest and stay. She might not make it to base camp, but I'm feeling like I can. So I don't think I have any symptoms myself. I've leveled up my gear again, thicker neck thing, because it's also like a beanie, fleece, heavy duty leggings, you know, fresh socked. Well, this has turned out to be a fine September morning. I think I'm wearing too many layers. I didn't need to wear these trousers after all. So maybe for future hikers and future enthusiasts, have a look out the window before you layer up. The sky is clear, it's just blue everywhere. The mountains are shining, the sun is up. Yeah, this is gonna be a good day. And I got battery on the GoPro. Let me show you what it's all about today, shall we? That is the view that you pay to see and you are blessed with for 14 days. Okay, to start your day from Lopoche to GLOURIOUS, it's lots of loose stones and pebbles underfoot, so you need to pay attention to where you're going. But you're walking between two valleys, so you have mountains on either side, which is pretty spanky. Up over boulders, across small streams. It feels a bit more like an adventure today, and we've only just started. But the sun is shining, the clouds haven't rolled in yet, so it's a win-win. These views are amazing, look at that. Beautiful. I want to talk about altitude sickness and the reality of it. You've probably read, if you're looking to do an EBC, that altitude sickness can be deadly, and it can. It really can. It starts off with headaches and evolves into nausea, vomiting, drunken-like balance, the inability to complete sentences and make sentences. But there's a fine line between altitude sickness and severe altitude sickness. So as you go up in altitude, you will find your head will hurt, probably around the front. You'll find that you'll be coughing a lot more. I've protected my neck and upper chest, but I've still got a bit of a dry cough. The only time you need to start worrying is A, when your guide says, okay, let's start worrying, because you need to be in full communication with your guide. And B, your headaches start to radiate down the back of your head into your neck. You can continue with a headache, but you need to communicate thoroughly with your guide. After that, it's typically nausea, and then symptoms tend to get worse. Don't ignore these symptoms. Don't play them down. Don't pretend you're super hard or you're a superhero. These can kill. Unfortunately, MA is currently suffering from severe headaches, but thankfully her headaches are only across the front of her head. They don't radiate down her neck. So, altitude sickness, it's not a joking matter. Please pay attention to yourself. Your body will tell you how far you can and how far you cannot go. And even if your guide says, you're okay, you can continue, if you feel like you can't, you are in control of yourself. You can refuse to go further and turn around. Base camp will always be there. Even if the glaciers melt and base camp moves, the principle is it will be there. You can do it again a different day. Don't risk your health just to say, oh, I did base camp. Do it next year. Not too far into your walk, you're kind of walking within a valley. You see that there? And you continue walking all the way along. However, to the right is a bit of a steep hill, or the right side of the valley, and I recommend that you climb up it. It'll take you 10 seconds. You'll get a little bit out of breath, but everywhere you look are mountains. Look at this. Every time I look at it, I get goosebumps. Doing EBC, it's not easy and it's definitely not cheap. But it is something. So after that little break, things took a bit of a steep turn. Not particularly long, bit of a zigzaggy, rocky floor. But it kind of catches your breath a little bit. But over the little hump, and we're back on essentially Nepalese flat, where the footing has been same for the last few days. Have a look. Okay, they lied to us. After a bit of flat, you get another bit of uphill. It doesn't look too long, but it's quality as hell. Be prepared. Probably best if you don't stop and you just smash it out. You know when you're getting close to base camp and GLOURIOUS, because the amount of people that you pass. Why are there so many tourists? I hate tourists. After the bouldering, you kind of go straight up. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit freaking brutal. Straight up. Nice view, man. Nice view. That was a nice view. It's a nice view, but the wind can get you as you're going up the valley. So yeah, watch your footing because it's very loose. Breathe, and hope you don't fall backwards. I'm not saying aliens cut this, but aliens. Because I got a bit of GoPro battery, actually to be fair it's actually in the amber, I can show you GLOURIOUS as you enter it. That should be one of your last stops before Everest Base Camp. Not bad that, eh? We didn't think we were going to do it, but we are. We are now heading from
GLOURIOUS
to base camp. about another 2.5 hours, give or take. But we're gonna do it today. So we thought we were gonna do it tomorrow because little princess here is suffering some really bad headaches, bless her. But she was like, no, I think I can, so let's do it now. I'm like, cool. So we're suited and booted. It's a bit windy. It's actually a lot colder than it was. We're just gonna crack on. Next time you see me, I'll be at base camp. Maybe I might give you some of this on the way. I might be nice. I might be nice. I might not. Now the whole point of this YouTube video and the day-by-day series is to give you raw footage of what to expect for base camp when you're going to Everest Base Camp. And of course I was going to give you more updates. So when you leave Gorakchep, it's pretty flat. It's quite nice to start off with, to be honest. There's a lot of foot traffic, so it's mostly what looks like sand, to be fair, underfoot. Lots of small stones. I mean, like, there's freaking loads of big stones around you. But so far, easy peasy. I wouldn't expect anything dire, but I expect the cold. You can notice the temperature change initially. So you layer up, and we're getting lucky. The sun is belting down on us. I got a fleece on and everything. I'm freaking roasting now, man. Not sure if this was a good idea. So another thing, if you're a geologist or have any interest in rocks, this place is going to blow your mind. There are so many pretty rocks. I keep picking them up, and I don't even know what rocks do. Look at this rock. Look how pretty this rock is. This rock too. What story does this tell? Any geologist watching this, what story does this tell? I'll zoom in a little bit. What happened here? I want to know. Also, why are some of these rocks like orange, and then others are white, and then others look like they've got crystals in them? Some of them even black. Well, I look like a professional swimmer. Or sperm. Reality check. Friendly reminder from your neighborhood tadpole. Don't worry about anybody else's speed. Okay, you do your speed. It could be fast, it could be slow, it doesn't matter. But if you are a bit slower than the foot traffic behind you, have some courtesy and step to the left or to the right, wherever it's safe to do so. Don't hold up the rest of the queue. A little bit annoying. On a different note, the risk of losing your footing and falling is very much real, especially when you're off the flats of Gorakchep. It's very rocky, hard packed sand, lots of tiny pebbles. I'll show you. I mean, the fall from here won't kill you, but it bloody up. You can call me Tadpole Man from now on. This is the last stretch of flat before moving down to base camp. So, spoiler alert, the next clip will be base camp. I mean, if you're watching it and you've got this far, you're probably in for base camp anyways. To get to base camp, you come back down the flat route. Let me show you. So you walk along here. It's quite flat, maybe a little bit loose footed. And if you see these people here, you then walk down the hill into this bouldery area. And this is actually quite technical. You have to pay attention. A lot of the boulders and rocks are wobbly. A lot of them are loose underfoot. I'd like to have caught it coming into live feed, but I had to focus. I didn't want to fall over. So yeah, that was fun. am now sat at 5,364 meters, and now I can officially welcome you to Everest Base Camp. We made it!
We made it.
Feeling good? I had a small request. Dhruba just brought us down to the side of the glaciers. It might not be an iceberg floating in Alaska, but look at this. Okay, reality check. I didn't record much coming back from base camp because it's very much the same going up, obviously. It's a bit colder, and to be honest, I'm tired now. When you get into GLOURIOUS, make sure you have something to eat, because to and from base camp is 2.5 to 3 hours one way, so it becomes a long day, especially when you've already hiked from Le Boche, or whatever it's called. I keep messing up these names, and it doesn't help with this altitude. I'm not wearing any gloves yet. It's not too bad for me, but I could definitely see people wearing it. Layers is definitely important for this. This is, you're exposed to a range of different temperatures. In the morning, you've got the sun beating down on you and you're lovely and warm, and you're in a valley. Then you slowly climb out of the valley, and even though the sun is still beating on you, if you're lucky, the winds are now whipping up around you. And then eventually, the clouds will probably come in. The clouds will probably come in, blocking out the sun. So now all you have is cold valley winds trying to freeze you to death. So layers are important. Whoops daisy, you see that? As well as focusing on your footwork and getting to where you need to be safely and warm. It's not a race, but if you can do it fast, good job. I'd also like to point out that you don't go to the tent in base camp, okay? From what I've seen in some other YouTube videos, you don't want to go to the tents. The base camp marker, memorial stone, religious monument, because there were flags there, there were prayer flags there. It's probably about 100 meters away from the camp itself, so you get to leave those people alone, they leave you alone. Queue up a little bit, get your photos, pow, and turn around and get home. Even though the clouds are rolling in and it's getting cold, you still can't deny the beauty of this country. Sometimes I like to stop and look around and feel grounded, maybe a little bit emotional. So all of you city folk, I know you like your cities. Cities can be useful. If you're even thinking about doing this, give it a shot. Apologies for the light. I'm trying to use the sun, but I think the next update will be tomorrow. I don't think I have anything left for today. I'm tired. See you then.